going on, dudes? Level M Diecast, bringing you part 10 of our Real Working Rigs walkthrough. This is the generics. This is basically everything that didn't fit in the previous versions. We're going to kick off with this guy. This is a pretty weird looking model. It's called Jungle Expedition Truck. This is its debut color in orange. It is a duller orange. It's got the really nice inkjet printing on it. Looks pretty good. This one has a number of features, although it was never a popular model for sure. So for starters, we'll just start off with the fact that the cage comes out of the back. And it is not held on by anything. It just sits in there, as you can see. And in the cage, which does open up. So cage opens up. You have a panther, or whatever you want to think it is. Super, super tiny. Super, super tiny. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool little thing in there. And just snaps in with these two little clips here. Set that to the side. Taking a look at the model. It's got double axle in the front. It's got actual real tracks in the rear. They roll. It is hinged in the middle. That's how it steers. I don't know if you can tell, but it's the whole base is cast as one piece, and then it's snapped off right there. And then it's riveted. So taking a look at the base, E30 is our base code. Jungle Expedition Truck. This is Real Working Rig number 32. That brilliant space on there, 2011 Mattel. The weird thing about this truck is like all these plastic things, they just come right off. They're not attached. They just clip. So that's what it looks like without everything. That is the naked Jungle Expedition Truck. Looks pretty ugly in the front, in my opinion. I think at least the front piece is needed, but the back isn't. It's just something different. There's additional print on the actual pieces, so and they just hook right in the front here. Hook. There's a hook down here. As long as you get it centered. There we go. Get it all centered up there. Put the front piece on, clips in the bumper, and then it clips right behind, right there. I'll put the cage back in. Take a better look at that print real quick. Get a little sidetracked. Looks pretty good. It's a unique vehicle for sure. It's definitely fantasy, which is it's not the end of the world, but it's aight. It's aight. Second version was this guy. And you guys have to forgive me on this one. I don't remember if this was a Mission Force or if this was a regular release. The first one was obviously single release. I think this one was in a Mission Force pack. I do apologize. I don't quite remember. This is in a matte brown. I'm basically 100% sure this came in a Mission Force pack, guys, by the way. Just saying. This guy has all the same features, obviously, with the rolling tracks. He's got to get them going. Been sitting for a minute. Same cage that comes out. Pull the whole back off, apparently. Could be one of the reasons why they didn't make this model anymore. Piece wanted to come off. The animal is still the same color. Still black. Still a Black Panther. Looks pretty good, though. I think the brown looks better just because it's matte. The other one was just like a dull gloss. This is actual matte finish. Looks pretty good. Looking at the base. Flip this around. E37 is your base code. You know when this one came out. Again, Real Working Rig 32. It's kind of a weird ensemble, huh? Kind of put that guy right there. Kind of put this guy over here. We're going to go on to another tracked vehicle. It's going to be this guy. This is the Tucker Terra Snowcat. So this is actually a licensed model. The problem is that I didn't have anywhere to fit this in that made sense. So I just stuck it in here. So I guess technically it's a little misleading with me telling you guys it's generics. I do apologize. I do forget that this one is a licensed model. Wasn't used all that much, but you know, this is its debut in orange. This is the deets on the side. Tucker Snowcat. Looks pretty good. Special edition. Looks like 574 horsepower. That's what it says. Something like that. Looks pretty cool though. This has 4 independent tracks. They can move. The axles are connected, but they can roll independently. Although you would definitely want to roll them together. These are super stiff tracks. These ones I have not rolled for a little bit. So you can see how they get that crazy wonky thing. This is the only moving feature. Sorry guys, try not to move too much. This is your only moving feature. Just up and down. It does have print on the front. It does say Snowcat. Looks pretty good. Get that in focus for you guys. Let's see. Let's put these out. It's too much stuff fighting for focus. There we go. Printed on there. Got front print on there. Looks pretty good. Definitely looks like the real thing. There's some attachment points in the back, but of course there's nothing to attach to it. Taking a look at the top, it is painted on the back. And then this warning light is integrated with the interior. It's not bad. It's all right. It's all right. This is your base. Both sets of axles use the exact same plastic piece, so all the deets are on there twice. So it's even base coded twice. D01. Real Working Rig number 21. 2010. It's quite a long time ago, thinking about that now. 11 years ago. That's crazy. 11 years ago. Now, the second version is not all that fancy. So actually what I'm going to do is we're just going to do this. Now, the second version is literally a recolor. It's literally just light blue instead of orange. Same tempo, same print, same all that stuff. All the pieces are the same. You know, tracks are the same. All that good stuff. It even has the same print on the scoop. Literally all the same stuff here. Just seeing if that horsepower might come in a little bit better. Looking at the base coat on this guy. So they eliminated base coating those pieces. You'll see it's down in the middle there on the bottom of the actual model. D06 right there in the middle. That is your base coat. Again, Real Working Rig 21. These are both standard individual releases. Now, the third version is this guy. This guy came in a Mission Force pack. And I think that this version is actually not bad. It's not bad. Obviously, it's Mission Force, so it has a little bit of fantasy flair to it. Not necessarily thinking that they'd put Polar Rescue on something in that context, but you know, maybe they'd say Arctic Rescue Group or something to that effect. Right off the bat, you're going to see there is no print on the scoop. There's no print on the front of the model either, and it does have red windows, which is kind of weird. You still have Tucker Snowcat printed on the side though. And I like the blue on the bottom. I like the color combination. I mean, red, white, and blue. I mean, America, you know. So we're going to rotate these treads a little bit. You see how it gets that bow in it. I do try to rotate my treads every once in a while, you guys know. No additional tampo print on the front, or the top, I mean. So they really skimmed with this version. Really skimmed with this version to get it into production, which is, it's kind of frustrating. This one is going to be super hard to see. Is down on that blue base. See if I can get the right angle in there. Let's see here. Try to get it on the camera so you guys can see it. I believe it's E10. Let me look real quick. Sorry. Yep, it is E10. There you go. Sort of kind of see it. I know it's super, super crazy. It's because of that blue, that metal blue flake bottom print on it or whatever. It's just, you know, it's crazy. It's crazy. Move that guy off. We're going to go to something completely different, totally different. And you guys are going to be like, what is that monstrosity? This thing is enormous. Enormous. Just to give you guys some context, I got a regular Matchbox Diablo sitting right here. Look at the size of that thing. It is enormous. It is absolutely huge. Super huge. This is kind of when I knew the writing was on the wall for Real Working Rigs. I knew it. I didn't want to admit it, but I knew that was the case because the generics were just really, really, really bad. This thing is just enormously huge. But on the other side, this thing does have quite a bit of features to it. So the whole boom comes up and your nozzle moves at the end. And then, of course, this thing rotates 360 all the way around. So the idea is that this would be a sprayer. The good thing about this one is it's hinged. There's click hinges in here. So it'll hold it wherever you put it, which is pretty nice. You know, that's pretty nice. FS3 is the print on the top. I'll show you real quick. And then this just folds down, just like that. In the front, you got these two additional sprayers on the bumper. They move independently, which is kind of cool. Pass through in there. It's a very interesting looking fire truck. 100% generic. 100% generic. High quality Tampo print on it though. Fire Stalker. I think that's what they called it. Fire Stalker. All that chrome interior piece. And then this cage on the outside. All the red is metal. Everything else is plastic. So very little metal on this model as well. So it's a little rough. It's a little rough. Taking a look at the back. No Tampo print. Just the stuff you see on the sides. So nothing fancy. There's also no Tampo print on the front. So it's kind of ugly. It's kind of ugly, but it's meant to be a kid's toy, and it's sometimes it's hard to realize that and remember that. Looking at the base here, Fire Stalker is indeed its name. Real Working Rig number 36. Flip this guy around so we can get the base code right between the axles. This is E36. That is when this debuted, and that'll give you an idea of when Real Working Rigs 1.0 was going down back in the day, which is a little frustrating. But it is what it is. So we're going to go on to the second version, which is very, very different in its paint scheme. This is a Mission Force Pack. So this guy came in the Airport Fire Rescue Mission Force Pack. I don't remember exactly what it was called, but this version's way better. This version is way better than the other one. The scheme is way better. I like it without all the chrome, personally. I think it looks a lot better. I like that the nozzle is a different color up here. Gives it a nice, good break. Tampo print on the top. RSQ. Super unrealistic. Nobody uses RSQ for rescue, but that's okay. The hinged part on this one just doesn't hold like the other one did. So just you know, the difference in part manufacturing. Still has those separate colored nozzles on the front. It's pretty cool. You can see a little bit better on the detail, the front end without all the chrome glare. Very minimal Tampo prints on these. It's just an enormous model. Just a ton of plastic. So there's a little net piece in there. It's clear. Part of the interior window. So I like the logo. Looks pretty cool. That is its actual number 2, Real Working Rig 36. Flip it over to the base. Again, your base code's right between the axles, F21. There are the deets. Yeah, this one's way better than the first one, guys. Way better. Definitely way better. Well, we got one last version of that guy, and that is this guy. This was part of the mail-in promo that they did for the Real Working Rigs for those 4 fire units. We've gone through all 3. We've gone through 3 of the 4 so far, so this is number 4. The Fire Stalker. This is obviously the least sought-after one for sure because it's a generic, but it is definitely one of the rarest generics of all the Real Working Rigs for sure, and maybe even the most generic or rarest generic. I do like the deco. I liked Matchbox Fire Department on all the mail-aways. I like the gold on the shield. Looks good. Has that massive chrome piece back, but for some reason it looks a little bit better in this one. Not really sure why, because the other one was red as well. But I do like the white and the red and the gray for the extender up here. It just looks good having all those different pieces. This one, the click works just fine. Stays just fine. So it's just the one piece, or the one version. Still has those same adjustable nozzles in the front. No additional tampo on the front. Minimal tampos on this whole thing, but it looks good. It looks good. I like the white on the hubs. Definitely gives some good contrast. This one has MBX FD on the hood or top, so pretty cool. Flipping it over, checking the date. It's a H17 is your base code. It's when this was manufactured. Give you an idea of when the mail away was done. So pretty cool. It's pretty cool. We got one more generic to go, aka one model left to go in our walkthrough series. And it's another emergency vehicle, and it's another absolute monstrosity. This is the battering ram. Its official name is Rolling Raider. Now, this is its debut. This was the single pack. This may look a little familiar to you guys because they did reuse this deco. But there were a ton of differences, and we will go over that. But for being generic and whatnot, this one actually worked out relatively well. Although, if you think about the size of this in real life, based on the size of this door, this thing would just be able to like bulldoze a house. So I think it's a little overkill. But it does have a ton of moving things. So for starters, this battering ram comes down. Obviously, then you could blast your way through walls or whatnot. And it is clicked. I'm not really sure why they have a click hinge in there, but it'll hold. It's just kind of weird. I don't think it really needed to have that click in there. In the front, you'll have this. You get this nice print here, but these actually open up to provide a wall, a barrier wall. So this would be, parked next to where rioters are, and police would stand behind it, and it'd be a makeshift wall or whatnot. It's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool idea. It's a pretty novel thing. Pretty nice to get tampo print on both sides of that. You also have your water cannon up here, so you can blast down the protesters, mow them down for being in your way. And then, of course, it's got a water tank on there for that, too. Thoughtful thinking. And then at the very back, it's got this hook that comes down. I'm assuming it's so that you can pull stuff, and you could, pull debris, or you could pull overturned cars or whatnot. It's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. So quite a bit of moving features. I think what they do with generics is make up for the license cost with some features to it, which is pretty good. Looking at the tampo, so you got R1, R2 on the side. That's gold, TAC V12. I'm assuming it's what they call the vehicle. SWAT, obviously. Got this gloss black. Got a clear red window in there. There's no interior in this model. And then looking at the back print, got tail lights. It says SWAT. Looking at the top, there are no top prints. This is part of the side. And then we'll take a look at the base here. So E47 is your debut. This is Real Working Rig number. Well, that's interesting. That's That says it's Real Working Rig number 36. What is this guy? This is also number 36. Well. I learn something new every day, guys. Okay, well, I think one of them is supposed to be 38, but we will check when I do the follow-up to this video, so we will get to that. So, Rolling Thunder is its actual name. You see there at the back axle. So, that's that version. The second version, this is a Mission Force pack. And you can tell because it's just got a little bit of that fantasy flair to it. Just a little bit of a fantasy flair to it. Not crazy, but just enough. The colors are a little out there, you know, blue and red. I really like the first one because all the attachments were black. It looked pretty good. Looking at the print on the side here. TAC V12, still the same name. Really nice print on the side. I don't know if this is intentional, but I really like, it's got like that spray paint look to the police, and I don't know if that's just from the Tampo spray, but if that's intentional, that's awesome. If it's accidental, I can't give you kudos. Looking at the back, police. So, and it's like that on this side too. I really like that. I like how it's got that like spray. Oh, man, it looks good. It looks really, really good. Blue window, blue battering ram, red sprayer, red tank, blue hook. This guy does have the print right here, a nice diamond printing, and he's got yellow print on the inside, so that's pretty cool. I really like the yellow printing. I think the yellow printing looks way more appropriate and way better. Let's just fold in. This is all fixed. It's part of the base. It's attached. You can't do anything with it. Oh. And then looking at the base code, F09. There we go. That is your base code. So now we're going to move on to the very final one, the very last real working rig, and that's this guy. This is the re-released version of this guy, and we will go over the differences here in just a second. It's got all the same features. They did not take any features out. They did not retool this. They did not change anything. Your hook works, your water cannon works, and your battering ram in the works. They did skimp out. There's no print here. And there's no print on the front. Let's just clip in. So yeah, no print at all. So this was one of the very first real working rigs that came out in Real Working Rigs 2.0. So I gotta be a little bit more, you know, a little bit more, I guess, understanding. Same print. So TAC V12, you got SWAT, black and gold, R1, R2. Same SWAT on the back. Same tail lights. Same window. Well, the window's red, but the window's not the same. Looking at the base. So there we go. This one is corrected. There we go. Real Working Rig number 37. So the number was corrected on this base. So that is the correct Real Working Rig number. Thank you, Matchbox team, for correcting that. L42 is the base code. Now, we're going to go over the differences real quick. So, for starters, the one on the bottom has much darker black, or I'm sorry, blue plastic. So the bottom is all plastic, and then the top is metal. It's a two-piece together. The windows. So the new one, I'll do this for context. The old one will be on your left. Old one is a clear window. The new one is frosted. So can't see in there. And then, of course, you have all the print for the battering gates and whatnot in the front from the original that are not on the re-released. Looking at the back, you can see a little bit better how that bottom part of the blue is way darker. It's all the same Tampo print, though. All the Tampo print's the same. So, you know, it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. So there's those guys. So I know nobody gives those guys no love. So we're just going to throw those guys up there. We're going to bring our little co-conspirator dudes here. I don't know if you guys can even see the ones in the front, but that's okay. And then we're just going to There we go. All right. Hopefully that doesn't fall. Anyways, there you guys go. That is part 10, generics, real working rigs. I will do a summarized sum up video. I want to go through and I will do one of every real working rig number in order. I'll pick my favorites and see which ones were missing, see which ones didn't get released, and I'll try to get some information on the gaps and give that information to you guys when we get there. So appreciate it. Thanks you guys for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And don't worry, I already have another walkthrough lined up for a new series. We will catch you guys later. Level M. Peace.